can do this? You ready? You ready? You ready for this? You ready? You ready? You ready? Furry Yoga Live! Pittsburgh! Anthro 2023! Thank you so much for hosting us. Me and Rick do this 4 days a week. FurryYoga.com. Everywhere we go. Patreon.com, FurryYoga, FurryYoga.com. Grab yourself some merch. Get all the information there. And of course, I want to thank every single one of you for joining us here at AnthroCon. Give me some noise! Yeah, that's right. All right, let's get into this. Welcome to Furry Yoga Live, AnthroCon. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you. And I've seen some familiar faces from Friday, so that is awesome. Anyone who's came out to me over the weekend and said either they were feeling great after the session Friday or has been to a Furry Equinox panel, thank you so much. You have overwhelmed me and Rick with all the compliments, and we've just been so grateful for just the reaction and everything. So we love you guys, and we do this because we're not only passionate about yoga, but we want to teach, motivate, and inspire, which I call the Catholic way. So please, if you guys have any questions, if you're struggling at all, please adjust to the way that your body works. If you want any advice, me and Rick will be here after session to show people some extra moves that they're struggling with, or any dieting advice, as well as you can approach us throughout the rest of the con and on social media, which Rick is at Rick Wing Designs, and I am at Fuzz Buttons, and we're both that on all social media, so check us out. I can't do all the moves with the mic, but I'll try to stay near the mic as much as I can.
And I will demonstrate.
And Rick's going to demonstrate as much as I can, but I'm also going to get into it too. I kind of need to work out myself. So, all right, so how we start off always, or at least what I do, I like to call this, and here's the thing. So the beauty about yoga is no matter what you do, whether it's hot yoga, DDPY, this yoga, or any yoga, it's all basically the same. It's just we change our fundamentals and the names change, but everything's the same. So you may hear some, if you're avid in the yogaverse like Rick has, I like to change the names up a bit because we're Furry Yoga, so we like to be, we're anthropomorphic animals, so we want to change the names to those. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is how we get ourselves in the position for the standing, because that's very important. And it makes the difference between getting a little workout and getting a huge workout out. So I want you guys to kind of grip your toes into the mat as much as you can. So this ground is your center. This ground is, I don't want you lifting off this ground. So from here, I want you to kind of get your legs a little tight and push in your glutes. So this is what we call a lock position. So from here, if you notice my legs, I'm not moving my arm much. I can't really get much movement on that. That's how I want you. I want you centered. So this is called our lock position. So from here, I want you to make your spine nice and long. I want you to put your paws out. Perfect. I like to call this a calf stretch. Now, if you watched us on previous Furry Yoga, this is how we start every single session. And it's because this gives us a great workout. So I want you to take a deep breath in. And all the way up. All the way up. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath out. Bring it to a T. Beautiful. All right, take a deep breath in, bring it back up. We're going to do this a few times. Bring it down. Back up. Back down. Okay, from here, I want you to bring it in. Put your hands together. We're going to make kind of like a star or a diamond. I like to call this furry star, okay? And like I said, if Rick feels like you're struggling, you're struggling at all, Rick will go around and help you. So take a deep breath in. Bring it down. just for fun, because we like to have fun here in yoga, we kind of like flex it a little bit, bulk it up. Show that strength. All right, bring it back for attention. Shake it off. All right, roll your arms a little bit. Get a nice stretch in. How's everyone feeling?
I don't know.
All right, so.
Don't know yet. All right.
All right, so what we just did is we got ourselves in what I like to call our fat burn zone. So if I was wearing my watch right now, it'd say 110. I'm going to keep you guys there, and you're going to be staying there for the rest of the day. So no matter what you do here, whatever you do at Anthro, you're going to have so much energy, you're going to burn off, and you're going to feel great after. Okay, so, anyone go to the gym? Anyone go to the gym at all? Raise your hand, raise your hand. Anyone go to the gym? Anyone proficient with, like, weightlifting, like dumbbells? I want to know who does it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can create your own dumbbells. Yeah, your own dumbbells with your own body weight. Because this is the beauty about yoga. We shift our bodies, and our bodies are so incredible, and we're going to unlock some potential. So I want you guys to lock yourselves back into place. So get those feet in the mat, and get that butt nice and tight. Okay, so I want you to bring your arms in, okay? I want your palms nice and flat. Okay, so I want you to clench your fists, and we're going to use something I call dynamic resistance. So we're going to basically shift our body into our arms. So stretch your arms out as much as you can. If you're feeling some strain, good. If you're shaking, it's working. That's what I like to always say. So we're going to bring it in. Yeah, you know, Rift. All right, so let's bring it in. 3, 2, 1. And if you're shaking, good. You're unlocking muscles. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. 3, 2, 1. Push it back out. 3, 2, 1. I know you got one more in you. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Push it back out. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shake it off. You feel that in your arms a little bit? You just created your own dumbbells. And believe me, I've gained so much muscle off of just doing these moves. So now, we're going to work on our triceps. Very, very similar. So get yourself nice and locked into the mat. And I want you to just go into a T. All right. Remember, always concentrate on your breathing, whatever we do here. So I want you to bring in your tris. 3, 2, 1. It's almost like you're flexing a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. 3, 2, 1. I hear someone over breathing over there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it off. Beautiful. How you feeling, Rex?
I'm feeling strong.
All right. I want you to introduce a move. Let's bounce back and forth a little bit here.
All right, so we've done our arms, but we haven't really done our back yet. So let's do some forward folds. So again, attention.
All right.
Okay, first off, roll your neck a little bit, only to the point that there's no pain. Maybe just rock back and forth. What I like to say, if you were here on Fridays, use your nose like there's a string pulling it, and maybe pause on one side and tilt your head one way or the other. You will feel tightness that you did not know was there. Linger on that. Just kind of rock around it. And when you're ready, we're going to come back with your head up centered, shoulders nice and back, and you're going to fold over, but like with a flat back. So you stop halfway. This is your flat back. Let your arms dangle. And then you're going to do your forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit and let that head go. Shake it back and forth.
If you really want a good workout, put your hands behind your ankles. You'll feel that shake.
So you can put your hands behind your ankles for a stretch. You can grab your elbows and be loose. That's called ragdoll, and shake it. You want to make this practice yours. You do not have to look like us. You should not look like us. We are all different. Find the stretches during this practice that work for you. All right, so from here, why don't we do a gorilla pose?
Okay.
Take your palms, and if you can, put them below your feetsies and try to get your toes to your wrists. And that gives you an even cooler stretch. So bending your knees will give you more of a stretch, and you can straighten to get a different stretch. And if you shake your tail...
Make yoga your own. If you find bending is a little bit easier, do it.
Yep, do what works for you, and then shake your tail maybe. That will give you a nice lower back stretch, great for when you're sitting too long. Then release that gorilla, maybe roll your wrists a little bit here. Shake that head out again, yes, no, let it go. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time with a little bend in your knees, start to roll up back to standing.
Beautiful. All right. I want to work on our sides a little bit. So, but first, please, if you need some water, grab some water. I don't want anyone dying of dehydration here.
Water break!
This is a 10-second water break, which if any of you have watched Furry Yoga, you're used to that. We kind of do. Hydration's important. I can't stress that enough. So please, for the love of God, if you need water, please grab it. I do not want you dehydrated. So we're going to work on our sides. I like to call these cabin sides. And they're going to be working our abs. We're going to be working our hips. And a little bit of our back and spine too. So this is a great move. We're going to be doing 2 variations of it. So I'm going to be doing mine. I'm going to be doing riffs because both give you completely different benefits and both are just really good for you. So let's lock ourselves into place again. All right. I like hearing that stomp. That's beautiful. All right.
Good stompies.
So let's bring our palms out again. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to do breath version first. So now from here, I just want you to rock it back, left and right. Right here, we're working our hips, which this is such a good workout. You should be feeling this in your spine, your hips, your back. Okay. Now from here, I want you to take your right paw and drop it 12 at 6. Concentrate on your breathing when you're doing this. Believe me, breathing's important. Okay, bring it to a T. Back up. Let's do the left side now. 12 and 6. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's hold it for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to a T. Shake it off. All right. How's everyone feeling? Everyone doing good? Everyone doing good? Beautiful. All right. Good. Where are we taking them next?
Yeah, you don't have to put me on the spot, Buzz. Let's do some lunges.
Oh,
Everybody's favorite. All right, so again, listen to your suit. Listen to your body. If you cannot do a certain pose, feel free to stand and breathe, again, in that nice, strong stance. So for lunges, first we're going to take one nice little paw. We're going to lift your foot. Try to do a little balance and roll that ankle. Oh, right. This also really helps your balance. And then kind of lean into your lunge. So forward lunge.
So there's 2 ways you could do a lunge. You can either, this is more advanced and we don't expect a lot of you to be able to. Hold your hands down if you feel like you need balance. But you can also drop a knee.
Yes,
Please drop a knee if you need to. Dropping a knee is a lot easier, and this is how actually most of us started, is from a knee. So I'll show you the knee position here. So just get that stretch in. And please, breathe while you're doing this.
Breathe while you're doing this. Again, you can do a high lunge where you're much higher. You can do a low lunge where your back foot goes much lower. You can bend that knee. You really want your hips to be facing parallel and forward. It will give you a different stretch, noticing your hips. You want that, if you're lunging, you can have your heel up. Your toes should both be facing forward. If you're on your knees, you can tuck that toe or you can let that toe out towards the back.
Here, actually. Which that's actually really important. Hey, can you get back in the lunge for a second? Because I want to actually show this, because this is so important. So it all comes back to the back footing. So if you guys find that you're having a little hard difficulty balancing, it's more than likely your back foot. So yes, see this is a perfect. And then when you're in this position, yeah, lay forward or, yeah, see? How wrist legs is just perfectly here. So that is basically wrist center. So if you're wobbling a little bit, definitely do that.
All right, now switch sides now.
Yes.
Remember, first you're going to balance and roll that ankle a little bit. I mean, don't injure your ankle, just give it a roll. Final lunge on the other side. Maybe you're going to notice it goes a different way. And if you keep scooching that knee back, you're going to get into what's called lizard pose. Lizard pose, you're getting really low, and that's a really big stretch under your groin. If you hold it for over a minute, it's called dragon pose. But again, go to what distance works for you. I am super bendy, so I can go like this.
I'm not.
We don't expect you guys to bend.
Everyone has their own stretch. Find what works for you. And if you do it on this side really deep, make sure to switch and do the other side. I'm going to do that now.
All right. You get that stretch in. All right.
Yeah.
Love
Running
it,
is
guys.
good.
Love it.
Oh.
How are you doing over there in full suit? Good.
Are we getting back to standing pose?
Yeah, but I think we're gonna transition to the ground soon.
Child's pose first. Yeah. Child's pose on the way up.
Okay. Child's pose, which is exactly what Rev's doing right here. This is really good for your back. So you can actually rely on this in your pretty much your everyday life. I used to be a tech support, and I would actually do this when my back was hurting from just sitting in the chair for hours. So you can rely. You don't have to do yoga to do this move. This move is just really good for your back, honestly. Your knees can be together or apart, and you'll actually get a separate, different kind of burn for that. So Chris is going to go around just checking on everyone here, and if they feel like you need to adjust a little bit, they're going to come around and help. And believe me, if you're struggling at all, like I said, me or Rick can come around to you guys and help you out. So yeah, so it's going to be good. Once we get another 30 seconds of this, we're gonna get up and transition to the ground with a cabin squat. So, yes, Rick knows. Rick knows exactly where we're going. So, all right. So get another like 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, get up on the ground, guys. Oh, I bet. I think, you guys in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
been doing this for how long?
Oh, okay. Okay, so,
Doesn't being warmer make you burn more calories?
yes and no. Really depends on what you're doing. Like, for this, yes. But if you're just sweating and not really doing much, no. But that's a bit of a misconception, but definitely, if you're sweating, it's definitely working. You're unlocking a lot of different muscles. So we, like much in yoga, we transition to everything. So we're going to transition into the ground. But we do a thing I call a cabin squat, which is very similar. So how many of you guys know actually how to do a proper squat? You perfect. So some of you actually know. So because there's actually a specific way you're supposed to do it, and not a lot of people actually do. So a lot of people who first start this program actually do the squat wrong. So I'm gonna let Rick narrate while I perform the break.
All right, so first off, again, you want to start with a nice standing position. Your feet, this time instead of being really close together, you want to widen that stance. Again, listen to your joints, your hips, your knees, your ankles especially.
You're stitching.
You're stitching. Listen to your suit and your body. So you're taking your arms out, shoulders back and down while you're in that position, nice and strong. Start to bend your knees as you're going down really slowly, keeping those arms out. And go to the limit that your tail will let you get towards the ground.
Don't go as far as I'm going if you are not as flexible. You will fall.
You do not have to be sitting on the ground, but if it's easier that way, sit on the ground. And again, you can take those arms out. You can also pull them into your heart center. You can put them behind your back. You can do whatever works for you. If you are where Fuzz is, you can put your elbows on your knees and put your elbows, like hands together, elbows on your knees, and then use your elbows to push your knees a little wider.
How are you guys doing this with flat feet?
That is an anatomy question. How do you do this with flat feet?
So-
Some people have the anatomy for their ankles to bend all the way. Some do not, and it matters in childhood as you're growing up. So if you can't have flat feet, you do not have to have flat feet.
But at the same time, too, it comes down to flexibility. So years ago, I wasn't able to get my feet that flat. Now I can. So the more you keep doing this,
It may work,
it may work,
it may not
but
work.
don't expect it to work. But sometimes you'll get lucky like me and Rick, and yeah, you get super flexible like that. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
If you're doing this at home and you have a block or a towel or something, you can sit on that and that will help you to stretch for a longer time.
That's actually really important. So don't be afraid to use a stool or a block or anything that you need. Like always, I encourage using assistance. So when I first started yoga, I actually used a stool for a lot of the moves that I do, especially when we're getting to the ground ones, because a lot of the ground ones are a little difficult here.
So now I've dropped my bone, my tail's on the ground, and I'm doing a windshield wipers with my hips, because we just worked our hips really good, everybody. So all you're doing is you're leaning back. Now watch your wrists here, but you can just rock those hips back and forth. There you go, buddy. That's some costumes like you said. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
All right, we're on the floor.
All right, we're on the floor. Beautiful. So I kind of want to do what you did yesterday, which I'll let you explain before we put her.
All right, so we got lots of options when you're seated. So what Fuzz is doing is an inverted lotus. You can just sit crisscross applesauce, or if you have that flexibility in your knees and feet, you can put them together and cross them upside down. This is a big knee move. Crisscross applesauce is totally fine. And if you notice there's a natural way to crisscross, try to put the other leg on top in crisscross, and you will have a very different stretch, especially in your lower back. Now, Fuzz is showing off a good balance on his hip bones. If you're with me, why don't we just try to fold over, keeping those hips down. Notice that lower back stretch. Go as low as you want. You can take those hands out. This is like child's pose, except your hips are in a different position. And if you want, you can go into child's pose instead, if it feels better. Make this practice yours.
Exactly. Make yoga your own.
Always make yoga your own. Okay. I want to know, how many of you can touch your toes? Yeah. Okay, let's show.
Lower toes, say it slower.
Touch your toes. And then you can touch your toes. All right, show me. So we're gonna do both feet here. All right. I want you to just go as far as you can. If you can't touch it, it's fine. You will in time, especially if you stick with this program. So I'm only doing one hand here because I got a microphone in the other. Usually we have wireless mics, but
It's a little different. So here you go. You can bend your knees, totally fine.
Yeah, if you have to bend.
If you have to bend, go for it. You can bend your back. If you're there, you can also let that neck go. Maybe roll your head back and forth again. And when you're doing this, once you come back to stillness, a way to continue to increase your flexibility, inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Let's go back to that breathing. Remember that it's okay to bend your knees.
Always breathe.
And if you can only go a little bit, that's all right too.
all right, from one leg, I want you to just put one leg under the other. We're going to do a right one first. And I want you to notice something here. So when you're doing this is a little easier. I'm noticing a lot of you are touching your toes now at work when you're doing both. This will get easier in time. You are activating a lot of muscles that you haven't been using in a long time. And this is the beauty thing about yoga is your bodies are incredible. And you guys don't know it yet. You will in time. Me and Rick are very in tune with our bodies now. So I want you to switch to the other leg. So left leg. And like I said, notice how it's a lot easier to do one leg over it is the other. So, and like Rick said, if you need to bend your leg a bit just to get to your toes, please do it. Make yoga your own. Make it your own. All right.
All right, so we've done both legs and we've done one leg. Why don't we do a wide leg fold too?
Ooh, I like that.
All right, so wide leg fold here, and then we're going to do some side stretches because these are super fun. So again, as wide as is comfortable. Straight back, and keep your back straight and just try to fold over and see how far you can get. It may not be far. Your hands can be floating, they can be on the ground, they can be on your legs. And then maybe try to bend your back a little. This is a very different stretch, right? So breathe into it, inhale, lengthen, exhale, maybe just a little further. Again, no pain, no pinching, no tingling, nothing that feels uncomfortable. I see some folks rolling your heads, fantastic. Now we're going to come back up. You're going to take one hand or one paw and you're going to put that right one under, like so your elbow is on the side of your leg, so it's lengthening on top of the same leg. Take the other arm, raise it up, and do a side fold.
Beautiful.
I'm hearing some groaning. That is
Yeah, I heard some groaning too.
Yep, that is 6
That's
weeks
exactly
of
what I
not
wanna
stretching,
do.
working its way out of my body.
That's
Work it
exactly
out,
what I
work it
wanna do.
out.
Work it out.
All right, we're gonna be here for 3 breaths. Nice and slow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend a little more. Maybe again, you rotate that head. Notice your neck. Oh yeah. One more breath. And if you want to stay here, stay here. For those of you with me, we're gonna come back up, sit up straight. Notice how that feels. Maybe you just wiggle your hips a little bit, and then we're gonna go the other side. So that hand comes down on the left side, on your left leg. Right arm comes up, and you do your side stretch. Breathing here. Again, notice your neck. Notice your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. For 5 breaths.
If you're shaking, don't be discouraged. It means you're activating body muscles.
Here you go.
All right.
I want to do some abs, Fuzz.
You want to do some abs?
Do they want to do some abs?
Yeah. Let's do some abs. I was actually gonna do I kind of wanted to do a plank.
Let's do arms and then abs.
Okay, let's do arms and then.
Y'all are in trouble. We're doing arms and then abs.
Oh no. I told you I'm gonna make you sweat today.
All right, so where are we going from here? We're going to tabletop?
Yep.
Let's go to tabletop when you're ready. Now notice your knees here. You all don't have padding like us, so this may or may not be super comfy. Again, do what works for you. So you're on your hands and knees. Your knees should be under your hips. Buzz, pull your knees up about an inch.
Yeah.
There you go. And you want to have your paws underneath your shoulders. Maybe do some cat-cow here. What do you call these, Buzz?
Cat arches.
Cat arches. So you're arching your back.
So I want you to take a deep breath in with
Take
your
a
neck to your
deep
chest.
breath in with your neck to your chest.
And then we take a deep breath in. Push that butt out and make your neck nice and
So
straight.
when you're breathing in, you're arching your back so your belly gets close to the ground. And on your exhale, you're going to arch your back and move that spine towards the sky. Good.
Put your chin to your neck, and then we're going to repeat this.
So you're moving your neck, your chin, and your tailbone. Getting that nice stretch in. And again, if you feel like you've got to do something else in this position, do that. Also on your wrists, you may want to go on the fists. That's easier on your wrists. You may want to rotate those wrists. If you have your fingers facing towards you, you're going to get a nice stretch if you're at the computer a lot. Very good gamer stretch. Yeah, with those fingers pointing towards you, if it feels good. Now, one other thing to note as you're doing this, some people have the ability to bend more in their elbows than they should, the hyperextension.
Yeah.
If you do that, please be aware and do not get into that hyperextension stance. All right, so now that we're done with that, we're going to get into our plank pose.
Okay, so.
Again, if it works for you, you can keep your knees down, but if
So,
you are with
okay.
Fuzz,
We're going to show you 2 ways you can do a plank. And again, anyone, and I preached this all yesterday. Can I have the mic for a second?
you got it.
Perfect.
And I preached this all yesterday. So, anyone who's telling you you're doing this plank wrong is wrong. You should stop listening to them because your body is your body and you adjust to the way you do. So, from here, and I want Rip can hold the mic near me. So, I want you guys, so there's 2 ways you could do a plank here. So, very similar, you want your shoulders and your hands perpendicular, same as your knees. So there's 2 things you could do. You could either do it from here, or you could just drop a knee. See, now, this, a lot of trainers will be like, you're cheating.
That's not cheating.
You are not cheating. You notice how my spine is nice and long. My back and my spine are perpendicular with each other. This is the same thing as I get from this. There is no difference. The only difference is, it's your body.
Yeah.
Work it the way that you want it.
Yeah, work your body.
We're gonna hold this for 5, and then we're gonna drop down. So I like to call this armadillo because armadillos get low to the ground. So we're gonna do like a push-up. We're gonna hold this for 3, 2, 1. Notice that burn. Just drop. I want you to just drop. Drop completely to the ground. I want your hands and your feet nice and flat. So what you just did was basically the equivalent of 4 push-ups in 1. And I know someone right next to us is dead on the ground there. All right, so from here, I want to do a thing I like to call cobra, because we're coming up like a cobra. So I want you to take a deep breath in.
Your hands are still under your shoulders.
Hands still under your shoulders. And I want you to just get as far back as you can. Get that spine.
If this is too tight on your spine, you can keep your elbows bent and stay lower. Notice your lower back.
If you need to bend lower, bend lower. Again, make yoga your own. We keep preaching that, and you're going to hear me say that so many times, and especially if you watch us live, but I can't stress it enough. Make yoga your own. Make it fun. Make it entertaining. Yoga's supposed to be relaxing. So,
Supposed to be relaxing, Buzz.
and rehabilitating. We like to do both. So we're going to be going into a Zen like near the end, but I want to get a few more in. So from here, just want you to bring your back back.
Into your child's pose or another resting pose. Now, if your shoulders are a little tight from that, take your paws or your hands and reach back and try to grab your ankles or your feet. This will give you a nice shoulder rest. Wherever you are.
All right. I think this is a good time. We can maybe get into the Zen-like part of this. So
Let's have a quick water break and then we'll talk about some Zen stuff and then abs, I promise.
Beautiful. So,
Hydration.
grab some water, please. We're going to work on some abs. And then we're going to end it off with some Zen-like, because again, yoga has so many different benefits. And we like to end Furry Yoga on a nice, calm and relaxing. Beautiful. All right, you guys are all doing great, by the way. We seriously appreciate you all being with us. All right, so Rick, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Oh, we're doing abs? Okay. So again, this is with the caveat, listen to your body, listen to your costume. If you weren't here with us Friday, both Fuzz and I have had abdominal surgery in the last 6 months.
So just a little brief rundown. I'll say what happened to me and then Rick can say what happened. So I actually, about maybe I think like 45 days ago, I actually died twice in the hospital, guys. So I'm actually dealing with a hernia right now. And you notice how it hasn't slowed me down at all, and I could actually thank this program for that. But I ended up dying twice in the hospital from a failed hernia surgery because the mesh in my body ended up failing me and ended up cutting 3 arteries. I died on the operating table twice, and it took about 7 surgeons to save my life. I had 28 staples in my stomach about 45 days ago, and now I stand before you feeling no pain whatsoever in my stomach. I don't even feel my hernia right now. It's amazing. And it's just, it goes down to this program and what we do. Yoga is such an amazing tool, and I hope you guys have been getting really a lot of benefit from it, but that's a little history on me. Like I said, I died twice. I came back. I had 28 staples removed, and I'm better than ever. I'm stronger than ever. And I sit right now actually at 154, and I actually lost 15 pounds while I was in recovery. So, and it's because of this program. I was still doing my yoga, even though it hurt me because of staples. But guys, seriously, yoga has so many benefits. So that's for me. I don't know about Rick here, but Rick can give you a little what's going on with Rick.
All right, yeah, so again, for me, I saw this tag at the vendor's hall. It says feral and sterile. And that's what happened to me. I got sterilized after that Roe versus Wade sniffle. I was like, I'm done and I am out. And I had complications in my surgery as well. It took me about 3 to 4 months to get back into it. And I'll be honest, after recovery, my abs are stronger than they were before because I really focused on yoga. Chair yoga especially. You can do yoga in a chair. I've got videos on my YouTube about that. Again, Riffling Designs, where you can just sit in your chair and do what you can do. And I couldn't do much at the beginning, but you know I did yoga every day, even if it was just my arms and not twisting at all. And so that really has helped me to get stronger. So I'm going to show you some ab moves. Again, do what works for you. So if you're seated here, again, let's get nice and straight. Take a big breath in and exhale out. Let's get that blood pumping again. One more big breath in, and let it go. All right, so we're going to show you lots of different ways to do it. First off, we're going to take our feet, put them out in front of us. So you are now getting onto your tailbone. You're going to notice maybe you got to shift some flesh or some tail or something behind you. And if this is all you can do, that's great. The next move you can do is called love knot, where you pull your knees in and you're balancing on your tailbone. And if you can hug those knees in, that is good enough. Engage that core and you are doing ab work. All right, another thing that you can do is you can let those legs go out and you can hold behind your knees if you want. So you're doing like a little crunch or floating. This is your boat. You can let go, let those arms float. And
A lot
then,
harder to do this, though.
and then if you are really strong, you can straighten those legs, stay nice like a bee, take those arms forward. Yeah, crunch it in. Again, you can let go at any time. If you need to grab behind the knees, that's our resting pose. But we're going to hold this pose. Find the boat that works for you, keeping those abs nice and engaged. All right, from here, you're going to do, you want to hold the mic for me? I'll demo, you don't have to do it. All right, so we've got our boat, whichever position it is. We're going to go into our low boat. So we're going to row the boat by lowering down, floating your shoulders and your feet. Holding it at the bottom without letting those shoulders or feet touch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it up. Let's go.
Let's go! Yeah, there we go.
Pull it up. All right, ready? Drop your right leg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Feel that
Feel
burn.
it. Again, take a break.
Feel that burn.
Take a break anytime. Switch.
Side switch.
Yeah, you were ready for this. All right, back up together. Lowering slowly. Low boat. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down.
Drop it all the way down. You know what? Since you're here, why don't you show them how to do it?
What the heck?
I'm here to do all the pauses. Okay, so from here, I want you guys just on the ground, nice and flat. I want you to take your hands. I want you to put them on your belly. We're gonna do some really deep breaths in here. So I want you to take a big deep breath and fill that stomach full of air. Hold it. Okay. Now when you exhale, I want you to just crunch it a little bit, like crunch your stomach in. You're working your abs and your chest here, and also breathing. So deep breath in. Deep breath out. Crunch it. Beautiful. Okay, so now I want to do another variation. So when you take a deep breath in, I kind of want you to bridge it. So if you want to watch Rift, so take a deep breath in, Rift.
All right.
All right, deep breath in. And crunch it. So get that butt up as high as you can. High as you can. There you go. I like that over there. I see a lot of you. Perfect. Okay, now deep breath out. Put your butt down. You kind of almost like you're doing a sit-up a little bit when you go down.
So again, I'm going to hold the mic. I'm going to do this with you.
Yeah. So, all right. Deep breath in. Bridge it. All right. Deep breath out. And just crunch that abs a little bit. All right. One more time. Deep breath in. We're working our spine, our abs, our back. So many things here. Deep breath out. All right.
Oh, stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down. All right, here we go. Let's untwist here. We got our microphone all around here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so from here, if you want, we're going to do some twists. This is going to really let your spine out. So again, drop your feet down. And what we're going to do is you're going to pull in your right knee. Give it a hug if you can. Again, as far as your body, your outfit, your costume, everything works. Maybe roll that ankle here. And then when you're ready, you're going to twist and guide that knee across your body, keeping the shoulders down to get into your side twist. Keeping that other foot extended. And again, if you don't want to do it that way, you can do whatever feels good for you, maybe both knees in. It's really what works for your spine. Yeah, and I see some folks extending that opposite arm out like a T. You can do both out like a T, whatever works for you. And again, if you twist your neck one way, looking one direction, it'll give you a different stretch. If you look the other direction, maybe your neck needs that. Breathe here. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe you twist a little more. So we're starting to cool down. Y'all have been doing yoga now for 40 minutes. Can you believe it?
I know.
And so when you're ready, we're going to have you draw that knee up and switch to the other side while Fuzz does some narration.
Okay. Yes, you need to get yours in too.
Yeah.
So, like Rick says, just drop that knee, get it in nice and tighten in as much as you can. Don't overstrain yourself.
Oh, yeah.
We don't, yeah, see, there you go, Rick. There, you needed that. Alright, so like Rick says, get that knee in as much as you can. If you need to adjust, please adjust. We don't want you hurting yourselves. That's not the point of yoga. Yoga is not supposed to hurt you. It's supposed to help you. So we're going to keep doing this for about another like 20, 30 seconds. I want you guys just to feel that stretch. We're cooling down off here. We're going to be doing a lot of breathing stuff for the next couple of minutes.
I just want to stay down.
Yeah. Rick just wants to stay down on the ground the whole time. But unfortunately, Rick has to do it.
Unfortunately, we have to teach.
We gotta show them the Furry Yoga warrior pose. This is like a really standard thing. It's really good breathing.
The Furry Yoga warrior pose.
So.
You can do this. Okay, so first untwist, and you're going to find yourself back to seated if you are comfortable. If you just want to stay laying down at this point, go right ahead.
Okay. So from here, this is a meditation pose, and like we said, yoga has a lot of benefits: rehabilitation, muscle growth, weight loss, and also Zen and just relaxation. So that's what we're going to do here. So I want you to take both your paws here. I want you to take this paw, and I want you to put it forward here. I want you to take this paw, and I want you to clench your fist, and I want you to just kind of put a little pressure into your fist here. Not too much pressure, but just enough that you feel it. Okay, and I want you to just bring those hands into your chest.
So your spine is nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Look at that posture change, y'all. Good changes.
Good. So now, I just want you to take a deep, deep breath in. And we're going to keep breathing in and out for the next 2 minutes here. So this is how we like to end our sessions off all the time. And this kind of helps us cool down. So take a deep breath in. Put that neck all the way up. So like look to the roof. That really helps. Exhale, look down. Let's go. Back up.
Should you be pressing your fist into your palm or?
Yes. You want to press it just a little bit. Not too much pressure, but just enough.
And I see some of you are doing like the prayer hands. You can do that too. Do whatever works for you.
Again, make yoga your own.
If you don't want to raise your neck each time you breathe, you don't have to, especially if it feels uncomfortable. All we're doing is trying to find your center here.
Okay, one more time. Deep breath in. You want one more? Let's go.
And find it all out as you're coming down. Now find a nice neutral spine. I'm going to teach y'all a better cooling breath, especially if you're in a fursuit. Now if you're not in a suit, you might think you look silly. Don't worry, we're all going to do it together. So staying in that same seated position, can you twist your tongue into like a straw, like that little circle? If you can, inhale through your nose, exhale through the little straw. Inhaling. You can feel the air moving through your body. It seems wild, but if any of y'all watch Demon Slayer, they have those breaths for a reason. Heating and cooling breaths, and that's a nice cooling breath.
All right, let's do that one more time. Okay. Should we end them off here with a little bit of a calf stretch?
Let's do it.
Quite nice and long. Okay, so Rick's going to do our final stretch here, and it's almost like a resting position, but we're just going to. So I want you to get in your table position, and I want you to just bend back. And as you're bending back, I want you to pull forward as much as you can. We're going to get our spine nice and long here. Take deep breaths in. Now, when you bring it back in, stay with one more time. I like to pretend like I'm a cat. I like to claw. I call this clawing it out.
You're partly cat.
It's I am partly cat, so it makes sense. Bring it in. You know what? We do this all the time, just for fun. Slot that ground, you know what? You're just completing Furry Yoga. Give yourselves a round of applause. Seriously. You guys have been awesome. I've been watching all of you, and believe me, I do pay attention. Even though I'm doing the moves of some, you guys are great. I've been watching. A lot of you I've been impressed with, actually. So.
All right, so again, we got this room for quite a while longer. If there are other stretches y'all want to do, feel free to stick around. We are here for questions, but if you want to follow us, I am at Riftwing Designs.
And I am at Fuzz Cabot. Please do not hesitate to ask us any questions, any advice, or anything like that. We are here to help you. And also follow us everything at Furry Yoga and furryyoga.com for all the information on this. We are on YouTube at Furry Yoga 4 days a week, and we're probably going to get ripped more on the YouTube there. So and Telegram. So if you guys are interested in, say, like the chair workout that Rick was mentioning earlier, we may put that on the channel or something. We may do something. We may do something for that. So, like I said, like Rick said, thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions at all, please come up to us. We're here for the next 15, 20 minutes to help anyone that needs it. And don't hesitate to talk to us throughout the con as well. We always like to help. We always like to motivate, teach, inspire, like I said. And thank you guys, seriously. You guys have been awesome.
And now we are ready to fight the haters and die trying.
Yes. Exactly. Love it. All right. Thank you guys.
everyone.
All right, can this camera focus, please? My lord. There we go. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the impromptu Furry Yoga replay of our Anthrocon session from a few years ago. Still one of my favorite sessions we ever did. Always really enjoyed that one. Again, if you like the session, do give it a like, because it does help us out around here. You can also subscribe if you haven't already. It does help. That really helps us out. We're trying to get to 1,000. If you haven't seen that session before, we did that a few years ago. That was me first meeting up with Riftwing, and we've had a lot of sessions since then together, and it was just such a fun time. I'm hoping one day we can go back to Anthrocon and do some more Furry Yoga, maybe outside of the con, because I want to keep it free. I'm glad you have fun, Jargy. So I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. I did go get assessed recently, and unfortunately, this camera will focus. I do have what I suspected, which is a pinched nerve in my neck. So basically it's been very painful for the last week, but I've been trying to recover so I can get back with you all, because I do miss the yogas. And but I'm going to be going into physiotherapy. I'm on 2 different kinds of medications, so it's just going to be a little bit of a rough road for me getting back to 100%. But yes, I have a pinched nerve in my neck, which has resulted in me being on the shelf for a bit. So for the next week or two, we're going to be doing these replays. I'm just going back to some old sessions, just rewatching them, and then we'll do a little bit of a powwow like this right afterwards. And then after that, I should be good to get back into it slowly, not completely, but slowly. So some things I won't be able to do, but you can still do. But yeah, so that's been my update. I'm still in a ton of pain, but I'm managing it with medication, so it is working out. I miss y'all. I miss doing this. I miss yoga. Just miss life. I miss living life. It's hard to do anything when I have this. Okay, y'all. So next session is Saturday. I'll decide which one we will be playing during then. But you all stay floofy, stay fuzzy, always live in the moment, be the moment, seize it, eat your carrots, as always. Can't say that enough. And be good to each other. Gotta stay positive around here. Alright. You all take care. And thank you for joining.